Hey, MoveFit World, what's going on? It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, the 30th of January, believe it or not. Surprise snow day today. I'm not sure anyone expected that, but that was a nice, welcome little surprise if you like that kind of thing, which I do. But I want to talk to you today really quickly just about cardio. Okay, something a lot of people ask us about. And what I want to talk about is the most efficient way to do cardio. Um, if you look at the kind of the history of exercise, or just even in the last 30, 40 years, cardio is what most people think they need from a weight loss standpoint. And whereas cardio is great, it's great for your heart. It does burn calories while you're doing it. It's not the most efficient way to actually burn calories and lose weight. We speak about this a lot at MoveFit, but strength training is number one. That's what's needed. You have to build lean muscle tissue on your body. It makes you a calorie efficient burning machine. You burn calories all the time, not just when you're doing exercise. But specifically today, I want to talk about cardio, what the differences are, and what the best options are. So there are three basic types of cardio. Your most traditional one, the one that most people think of when they think of cardio, is steady state cardio. So that means you go for a long run, maybe you just run at the same pace for 3 miles, whatever it might be. You get on an elliptical, you just motor along for 45 minutes. Maybe you're doing an incline walk on a treadmill, but it's usually kind of 30 to 45 minutes, lower intensity, same pace. Heart rate stays pretty even throughout the process. Okay. Fantastic for your heart, great for endurance. Not the most efficient from a calorie burning standpoint. The next one would be fixed interval training. So we hear of high intensity interval training all the time. It scares the heck out of most people, but all it means is that you're doing your cardio in an interval fashion. So that means that for a fixed amount of time, let's say 30 seconds, hypothetically, we are working really hard. So maybe we're running really hard, faster than we would normally run. Maybe we're in the elliptical and we bump up the resistance and we really hammer it for 30 seconds. Maybe you're on a rower and you're just getting it, everything you got for those 30 seconds. And then you might rest for 30 seconds. So it's a fixed interval. So it doesn't matter if you're doing 15 seconds of work, 45 seconds rest, 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. It's a fixed interval. Okay, so you're just repeating it, working really hard during the interval, and then resting or going really slow during the lower intensity phase of the exercise. This spawns a different result, okay? It creates excess post-oxygen consumption, which just basically means you're going to burn calories for 4 or 5, maybe even longer hours after you get done, okay? There's something to be said about really ramping that heart rate up to those what's called anaerobic levels, about 85 to 90% of your max heart rate when you're doing those high intensity phases of your interval training. That's very important. It's where a lot of people get this wrong. They don't go up high enough, and then additionally, they don't rest enough. So they don't give themselves enough recovery time. You don't want to stay in that anaerobic zone the whole time because it starts eating away at muscle. We're interested in burning fat. So what we want to do is we want to get it up and then let it come down, and then get it up and then let it come down. So that brings us to our third. So variable interval training. So this is the mother. This is the granddaddy, okay? This is the one that works the best. Now, what you need for this is you have to have some version of a heart rate monitor. We use MyZone here at MoveFit. It tells us specifically the percentage of max heart rate you're working in, and that's really what we want to know is for your max heart rate, what percentage are you working in? So the way it works is this. You're going to do your interval until you hit that 85 or 90%. Depending on your level of fitness, it could be 10 seconds. It could take a minute to get there. But then alternatively, we want to rest until we get to about 65 to 70% of our max heart rate. And then we start it back. So it becomes very customized, very specific to you. And because of this, the efficiency of that cardio is significantly better than the others, okay? So just a couple tidbits on how this works. When you're doing variable interval training, at the beginning, you're going to notice it takes longer to get in that anaerobic zone because you're fresh. And you're going to recover faster. So your work time may be longer at the beginning and the rest shorter when you start. But then as you get into it and you start getting fatigued, you're going to get in that anaerobic zone in a shorter amount of time, and it's going to take you longer to recover. So you're going to notice what may start out as a 45-minute interval and 15 seconds rest ends up being a 20-second interval with a 40-second rest. You never know. It's completely up to you how your body responds to this. You will notice it improve over time if you keep doing it. An interval training program, if you warm up, 15 to 20 minutes is really all you need if you're doing it right. And that means you're really pushing those high intensity intervals into that 85 to 90% range. So I hope that was helpful for you. It's really simple to do that part as long as you've got some type of heart rate monitor that delivers that information, that percentage of your max heart rate. You can do this anywhere. I don't care if it's on a treadmill, if it's out in the park, if you're in the stairs, if you're doing elliptical, if you're on a rower, if you're on a bike, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're doing burpees at home or just running in place. It doesn't make any difference. You can do any of this that way, very simply. Little warm up, 15 to 20 minutes, really hard, working in those intervals, and then a little cool down and stretching, and you are done. So that's a nice complement to your strength training program. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, hit me up, hit any of our coaches up, but I'm happy to answer them for you. Hope you have a great day.